Broads Media.
Before I hit record, I sat down here in my studio for a good 15 minutes and pondered about the Stanley Cup. Don't get mad at me. Don't think I'm moving too quickly. I just watched a 5-game heater. I just watched this team win again. I just watched this team play with the lead, and nobody can come back from this squad. All right, when this team's up, nobody can come back and fight back. This team's got it all, baby. I don't want to hear about that Columbus Blue Jackets not being talented. I don't care that they had to scratch Patrick Laine, because this team just lost to the San Jose Sharks not too long ago before they even had a damn win on their record. Sure, everyone's beating this team. Be a part of that grouping. Be a part of, quote, everyone, and show that you won't slip. You're in front of your own fans. The building was rocking from what people were telling me who were down there. Everyone's joining the train. Everybody's stoked. So don't go quiet in front of your entire fan base against a team that sucks. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That would be typical Flyers to beat the Ducks, to beat the Kings on a back-to-back. And here you are on a back-to-back again, another weekend. Do not let this thing slip. I know it's tough. I know it's a lot of hockey. I know that you can overlook your opponent, but do not let it slip through your fingers. Keep winning. You know how the league values the wins and where the records are in the standings by America's Thanksgiving. Boys, I'm just saying, you're playing great hockey, and you got a lot working for you. Penalty kill, power kill. All right, you want to call it the power kill? Then by all means, you have a 2-on-0. You know how hard it is to get a 2-on-0 on a regular 5-on-5 sequence? You're rocking a 2-on-0 when you're down a man? And shut up, Toronto, shut up! Anybody who's looking at the replays trying to convince themselves that for some reason it wasn't over the line, you wasted 6 minutes of my damn life that I'll never get back. That was the most obvious call in the world, especially, I don't know if all you hockey fans saw, but what happened to the Anaheim Ducks a night ago or 2 nights ago? I was shitting my pants because I wondered, are we going to get screwed over just like they did? But man, what a greasy 2-on-0. They don't ask how, baby. They ask how many. Just put up another one on the scoreboard, because all this team does is score. Power play, Bobby Brink. He sits, he watches, he sees from a different view. Morgan Frost leaves the lineup. Bada bing, bada boom. I said this before, but it goes Bobby Brink, Alex Ovechkin, Wayne Gretzky in regards to best goal scorers of all time. What's the best way to eat dinner every night of all time? HelloFresh. All right, there's nothing worse than getting stuck in your dinner time recipe ruts where every single week you go, ugh, it's Wednesday, we're having that again? No. There's over 40 recipes to choose from every single week, and it gets dropped off right at your doorstep, so you get to eliminate going to the grocery store, which is never fun at all, and it's pre-portioned, so all you have to do is follow the recipe card step by step. You can't screw it up because the portions are already distributed right for you. You just dump and follow the recipe. It's so easy. My wife every night goes, "You're the best to ever do it." I said, "Thanks. It's not me. It's HelloFresh." And it's very, very, very reasonable with pricing. It's 25% less expensive than takeout. So that means you get easy home-cooked meals and money back in your pocket. Go to HelloFresh.com/50Broads and use code 50Broads for 50% off plus free shipping. That's code 50Broads for 50% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. And quite frankly, the Philadelphia Flyers are the United States of America's #1 hockey team. I'm claiming that right now. I love watching this team play. I love watching Bobby Brink, Joel Farabee with the mean backhand. He sets it right from the rip. This is how it's going to be, all right? We're in our barn. The people are loud. Everybody's on their feet. They know that we can play. They believe in our heavy forecheck. They love John Tortorella. We're gritty. We'll fight. We'll drop the mitts. We have that fourth line. Hey, at times I used to be bothered by, hey, fight them. Your team sucks. I can't stand over the last X amount of years when the team sucked to care about fighting. When you have that element, when the rest of your team is good and they can actually play the sport of hockey, well then, yeah, the fighting is the added bunch and the added sort of layer to your team that can help push you over the edge. You saw the Toronto Maple Leafs were fragile over the years. There was a lot of youth, a lot of skill, a lot of young ones, and I prefer that over anything else because look at what the Maple Leafs have been doing over the years. They've just struggled to get over that hump, and the Toronto fan base will tell you all about it. But I'm just saying, yes, there's a lot of excellence in Matthews and Marner and Nylander and all that stuff. It starts with that. But there's also an element of the grip, of the big body, of the Delorier, of the Hathaway. And over the years, we didn't have the good hockey part, and I was bothered by the other part. Now you got both, and I'm in love. I'm in love. I love watching Delorier drop them. I love watching Hathaway stir up the pot after the whistle. I love watching Travis Konechny rip short side twine. My God, what a snipe. That thing was insane, and it helps you build some separation there in the third period. What a rip. What a rip. The first period, it started off great. I thought the Flyers were coming in waves, and you can tell that they were pushing the pace and playing their game. Columbus was lost in their D zone. Then that went away for a bit, and you go, what? What are you doing? What is this tie 1-1 crap? This Blue Jackets team stinks, and they're going through a very difficult time. Their head coach is benching their top players in one-goal games. He's mixing up power play stuff. It sucks to see Provorov score because he sucks and he blows, and he's lucky that Urson was in it. And you won a game with your backup Tendy, which is extremely important. So a day for Carter Hart to rest, and you still win that hockey game. That's very, very, very important. But that one was super fluky. Provorov's the worst. All right, he's just the worst. I can't stand him. Everywhere he goes, success doesn't follow him for a reason. There's something about the locker room culture that clearly doesn't resonate with him, and that locker room right now is a mess. And I do feel bad for someone like Gaudreau, of course, who I think is way better than what we're seeing this season. He's barely scoring goals. He had the one empty netter, was his only goal for a long period of time. He finally got on the board with another one prior to this Flyers game. He's too talented to be left quiet for as long as he has. At some point, it'll even itself out. I'm really more disgusted from the overall franchise standpoint when it comes to watching Gaudreau succeed and having these struggles. I'm saying succeed in other years compared to this year. It's an organizational disaster. But from a Flyers standpoint, playing this team, sometimes you see teams play down to their opponent, and because they know the other team is going through it so much and they don't even have one of their best goal scorers dressing, he's that abysmal right now, throwing tantrums on the bench, trying to break his own stick, screaming, upset, body language poor. That's how low the Columbus Blue Jackets are. I mean, it's easy sometimes to think that you're just going to win by going out there, dropping the puck, and going through the motions. Well, they learned their lesson last time. And I said that as long as they do the complete opposite after that failure in San Jose, I could swallow that pill, because Bobby Brink and a lot of these young kids, you have to recognize what that's like. Okay, they went through it. Now that you went through it, it better not happen again. And they passed their next test. Really, their next test was Anaheim and LA when you think of that West Coast swing. But in regards to playing a team that's horrible and playing a team that has no life and they don't even want to play anymore, they want the season to end. Normally you feel that way game 70. My body hurts. The team's not good. I don't feel like blocking shots anymore. I did that forever now this year. We're not going anywhere. I give up, right? Normally you get that sense when a season's wrapping up. Some teams are gearing up for the postseason and trying to leverage who they're going to match up against in a 7-game series. Other teams want to play spoiler. If you're seeing one of your big rivals and maybe you can knock them out of a playoff spot or make the wild card race tighter, okay. But then there are some teams that want to wrap it up, clean their hands, shower up, and go back home and not think about the rink for at least 3 weeks and take off for a little bit. Go on vacation somewhere nice, pound some strawberry daiquiris, a lot of Jameson, dark liquor, you name it. They're already there. We're not even 20 games into the season, and the Blue Jackets feel that way. The Flyers know they feel that way, but go out there, do your job, win a game, continue this win streak. They make it 5, man. A 5-game heater. And what I think they're doing is legit. What I think they're doing is a sustainable way of hockey. And I also think it is a tough, hard-nosed, it's not grind, it's heavy. I think the way to use, the word to use is a heavy game. They play a heavier game that I think relates to what they're doing right now and what they can continue to do. I don't see that just going away and them no longer applying that. They have goal scorers. Owen Tippett is a goal scorer. Travis Konechny is a goal scorer. Bobby Brink can score goals. Morgan Frost was producing. We're at the rate now where guys that are juggling in and out of the lineup are both playing well. That's how deep some of your forwards are currently. I'll tip my cap to Frost. Since he returned, I thought he played well. And he didn't have a great day doing face-offs or winning face-offs. He didn't have a good day there. He did block some shots, so he was willing to put his body in front of the rubber for the boys. And sometimes it's not going to be your night offensively, even as a, quote, offensive guy. Are you willing to do the other things when it isn't your night? And he did that. So I am recognizing that even Morgan Frost, I don't know if I necessarily would have scratched him if it wasn't for trying to get Bobby Brink back in the lineup. You saw an opportunity. He took that opportunity, but both guys fighting right now for time are both succeeding. While the Blue Jackets version of being scratched is a guy who's underachieving and just not carrying himself well during this time. That's the difference. Sanheim's producing offensively. Joel Farabee's getting on the stat sheet a couple times a night. Couturier's winning a game for you in overtime against the reigning Stanley Cup champions. We wondered if they'd be able to score. Can they score? Who can do it? Well, I know Cam Atkinson is capable. I know Farabee's capable. I know Konechny's capable. I know Owen Tippett now is capable. And it took Forster a little bit of time to finally pop his first one, but he did netted. We're starting to see a little bit more of how they will contribute to winning. And they're now finally scoring on the power play, which is completely different. You had to scratch and crawl for those wins when your power play was one of the worst in the entire league. It makes it so much easier when the other team makes mistakes to make them pay. And it makes the 5-on-5 game different because now you're up a goal or you're up 2 goals. It's crazy what happens when your special teams contributes to the winning hockey. Man. York, the empty netter. It was all clicking for you tonight. How come I couldn't have ever had any of those in my prime when I needed one, huh? I'll never forget it. I was joining the rush against Canton, SUNY Canton up in New York, and it was a good drive to the net. Far pad shot. The puck was right on my stick. I had a wide open net. I remember celebrating in my mind before I even released the puck off my forehand, and here comes the goalie making a Sports Center top 10 save to rob my goal. And I know how my career went like this. I was a stay-at-home defenseman. I was a Justin Braun, okay? I would score 1 goal a game. My freshman year, that was my goal that I knew. That was it. I just didn't score. So I knew I was never scoring again the rest of the year. That was my goal, and he took it away from me. I did not finish with a goal that year. My sophomore year, I scored in the preseason. The second I scored, I went back to the bench. I looked up at coach and go, that's it. I'm not getting this goal. I'm not getting a goal this year. I'm not scoring this year. That's it. Why couldn't I get a Cam York goal? Why couldn't I get one where I use the glass? I try and go glassing out. The other team, well, I know the answer. I'm an idiot. I'm not out. I'm not out there when there's an empty net and the other team's that's not me. We have our top guys out. Roll guy, bottom 5-6 D-man stuff. That's why I'm not out. Idiot. You dumb, stupid. That's why I wasn't. That's why I couldn't get lucky with those goals. But I'll never forget, my coach was dying when I told him, because everyone knew on the team about my theory. If I only score 1 goal a year, you can look it up. You can look up my stats. 1 goal a year, no matter what. Every single team. I had 1 goal in my stick every year as a stay-at-home D-man. And just praying for one like Cam York had, and it's just disappointing. What's not disappointing is my bookie. They're actually the greatest in the world. And skip the arguments with Uncle Dave on Thanksgiving and focus on what really matters, okay? It's good food, it's boosted odds, and it's hitting those Turkey Day parlays. Picture this, not just watching games, but turning every second into a potential win. With my bookie, you can stream the games and even live bet them and turn any game day into a payday. Ready to up your game? Sign up today and make your first deposit with promo code BRODES for a sweet deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's code BRODES to claim your bonus. This isn't just a promo code. It's your secret weapon to get the extra edge on the house. And the best part is you don't have to be a sports whiz to win at MyBookie because you can cash in on everything from politics to your favorite shows and then some. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with my friends at MyBookie. I'm just glad that I feel this team had a chance in front of their home crowd to let them know that we won't flop. We will not come up short against this opponent. All right, we are real. We are legit. Everything we're doing, these win streaks that we're putting together, or these wins, I should say, to create a win streak, don't be fooled and think it's just, whatever. Even the coach said it not too long ago, a couple of days, well, it's great that we're winning all these games, but at some point it'll go the other way. Yeah, you might be right, but I don't want to hear that, Tortsy. That's Torts being Torts. Let's go to Ryan, all right, in Tampa, and get his thoughts on this Flyers dub.
Bros, it's Ryan from Tampa. This team is hot, hot, hot. My man. What is going on with this youth group, man? We are just scoring like crazy. Top of the league in shorthanded goals. Bobby Brink is flying in there. Connect me with the perfect shot placement. This team is blocking shots. Tortorella said you won't play if you don't block a shot. I'm loving this new energy that we talked about earlier on the year. So little things that really changes the team, and I can really see this culture building. Let's keep it rolling, buddy. Have a great day.
Dude, my brother-in-law hasn't been to a Flyers game in forever. He shot me a text of a picture of the Jumbotron before puck drop and said, look where I am. I pounded the Flyers money line. He said he pounded the under, too. I'm like, dude, that's the last place I thought you were going to be tonight. But that just is an example of where some of the casual hockey fans, he's a diehard sports fan, but I'd say the Flyers probably fall lower on his list compared to the Sixers for sure. He used to be a season ticket holder of the Sixers. He's diehard Phillies. He's a Dolphins fan, so I hate that side of it. But Flyers fall lower on the list, no doubt. And this team has him buying tickets to go to the game and watching in real life and seeing them play the way they're playing has more of the casuals and more of the people who are willing to wait until they turn the corner to invest their time. But the point is, I'm okay with that, right? Hockey's not that sport where the casual fans are going to be invested the way us diehard fans are, and that's okay. I'm not going to gatekeep this sport. I want everyone involved. I want everyone to join this. I want everyone to feel what we're feeling right now. I want you to be expressing your love and your excitement for Travis Sanheim, who we could have traded away and sent him to St. Louis and all that, but instead he looked within, he looked at himself, realized what he was doing wasn't good enough. The franchise basically said, we wasted our money, we wasted a contract and put it on you, and instead of bitching and crying and being sad and shrugging his shoulders and saying, woe is me, the guy delivered and became a really good piece for you. I'm fascinated to see what happens when Rasmus Ristolainen returns. We thought maybe Mark Stahl would play this weekend. Torts said that he was ready, and now you see Zamula a few times. Maybe, once again, that's a tactic from Torts to push him and see how he responds to that. He's always thinking. Everything he does is super methodical. And remember when there was fear about John Tortorella, and would he have too much power? Would he have too much say? Here's one thing that I do love about Torts right now. He's willing to say that this is collaborative, and I don't think that that's just to save face or to say the right things. I think he truly does talk to Danny Briere, talk to the hockey side to get a sense on what they feel and how they are digesting some of the players, what they like, what they don't like. They respect one's opinions on it all. John Tortorella has always said that he wants to build this the right way. He's been around a long time. Building this the right way wouldn't be him just having final say and him making every decision and him holding all the power. That's not building the right way, and he knows that. So Briere, Jonesy, people upstairs, people in the high-powered offices in big, big spots. He's getting the information. He's talking every day. They're discussing the lineup. Should we do this? Should we do that? Should it be Frost? Should it be Brink? Should it be Stahl? Should it be Zamula? It's not strictly, I'm John Tortorella. My name speaks for itself. This is how I'm going to do it with the lineup, whether you like it or not. I'm scratching him. I'm scratching that guy. Now, they might not agree on everything, and then at some point, a decision needs to be made. But in regards to, is Torts going to run this thing a certain way, and I'm afraid, and rebuild, and this and that, and will Torts even be here by the time this thing gets turned around, and is he the right guy to structure a rebuild, blah, 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 blah. My biggest point with him was I wanted to see these guys show up to be a pro every day and know what it takes to work at this league every single day. Back-to-backs, West Coast swings, homestands, good opponents, bad opponents. What should you do night in and night out as a professional? There's a lot of young kids that played NCAA. A 30-game schedule is not the same as an 82 physical game schedule. The OHL, the dub, the Q. A lot of speed with a lot of youth and a lot of toe drags and nasty, silky mitts. There's not a lot of Hathaways and Deloriers the way it is at the NHL level. You need to learn. And the whole premise of this whole thing is, with John Tortorella, it was about doing this the right way. Well, everyone upstairs, down, and the communication, that's the right way. And he knows that. And I think we're seeing that. We're seeing a collective unit all working together for the same goal. Whether the head coach is the face of it or not, whoever the face of it is, doesn't matter to me. It's just what's happening behind the scenes. Are we doing it proper? And the answer to that is yes. Let's go to Sam.
That's 5 in a row, baby. And we're not talking losses. We're talking W's. Bobby Brink proves why he should not be scratched. He's got to be in the lineup every single day. Love that kid. And what a fucking snipe out of Travis Konechny. Let's fucking go. Come on.
I love Bobby Brink as much as the next guy. If Frost is in one day, Brink is out another day, I don't care. I don't care. Now, maybe you can make the argument that Frost and Bobby Brink should be in the next time around, and when they see their next opponent, can someone else be scratched? Who do you take out? Who are you taking out right now? And sure, you could throw names out there, and I could agree. Yeah, maybe that person, maybe this person, maybe that person. You're in a great position as a team if you can make the argument to keep every one of these guys in, because they're winning games. They're winning 5 games. And the best part about it is you do have the luxury of flipping some guys in and out and still keeping this win streak going. It's amazing. It's amazing that we're even talking about this. So I love Bobby Brink. I do. If Morgan Frost is in, okay. If Brink is in, okay. If Paling's out, okay. We got bingo, shorthanded. He does some things that maybe don't get recognized as much as a bottom 6 forward. Don't care right now because everybody's doing their job. Whoever's in is doing their job. So I don't care. Never thought I'd be here. Seriously. And I never thought I'd be in the position to give you guys free money, but that's basically where I'm at thanks to my friends at TickPick. If you click the link down below and my promo code is already activated with that link, you will receive $10 off your ticket purchase if you spend $99 or more. So go to the Wells Fargo Center, watch this team compete live, and they have the best prices guarantee. Their ticket prices will beat any of the major competing marketplaces. They're so confident about it, they guarantee it. If you find the same seats elsewhere at a better price than TickPick, you get 110% of the price difference in form of TickPick credit. There's also upfront pricing. So no more doing the math in your head to prepare for how much extra you plan on spending on top of the listed price, because the price you see is the price you pay, period, end of story. Get yourself to a game today. TickPick, there's nothing better in life than TickPick. Get yourself to a game. All right, we have a Black Friday game coming up, of course, 1 o'clock against the Rangers. which should be exciting. But before that, you have a Wednesday night game against the Islanders. A lot of New York stuff coming up here soon. 2 Islander games and a Ranger game. I love thinking about their matchup against the Rangers at home, 1 o'clocker. They already won a previous 1 o'clock game against Vegas, so all my fear about them starting out slow is debunked because the last time I watched them do it, they were strong. Beautiful. Beautiful, boys. Beautiful. This team's great, and you're all great. I love you guys to death. I really do. Can't wait to talk more about this club with you guys down the road. Appreciate it. You're the best. Talk to you all on the next one.